on, Montreal, make some noise! All right, so I am a happily married man who just recently had everything he knows about marriage, men, women, humanity turned upside down and completely ruined forever. Did you know that there are women out there who want to sleep with married men? It's true, I've met them. Okay, well, I met one. Okay, sorry, but it was really shocking. It was nuts. There was somebody out there who was just like, wow, I've never slept with a guy who looks like a Burger King manager ever before. It was shy, and I'm not somebody who's used to having women want sex from me. Like, even my wife, oh man, especially my wife. Oh man, do you know my wife? She's the worst, oh my God. Anyway, I did a show, and afterwards this woman was like, oh, I found you very funny. I want to have sex with you tonight. And I was like, I'm married. I have a wife. I had sex 2 weeks ago. I'll be fine, thank you. To which she replied, well, I had sex 2 nights ago. And I was like, 2 nights ago? Okay, then it'll be impossible for us to have sex tonight then. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I know. And she was like, what? I'm like, it's biology. See, my wife explained it to me. That after you use it, the female vagina takes 2 to 5 weeks to regenerate, right? So you just gotta wait till that delicate flower comes back, right? You gotta compliment it, buy it presents, and watch whatever crappy erotic vampire television she wants to freaking watch. You know what I mean? It's science. Anyway, do you guys like impressions? Yeah. Cool, I'm gonna do an impression for you guys right now. Now, I'm not good at doing impressions of famous people, but I'm really good at doing impressions of people I know in real life. So, the impression I'm gonna do for you tonight is an impression of my mother-in-law, Krista's ex-boyfriend, George. Now, if you don't know George is a really tall, bald, Swiss trucker dude from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Now, I can do such a good impression of George that if I steal George's cell phone and hide in the closet, I can call my brother-in-law, Kevin Schmidt, and he'll think it's George, right? Because I can do George's, because basically George talks like this. He talks his jeans inside of his cowboy boots, right? Because how's anybody going to know you're a cool guy unless you talk your cowboy boots inside of your jeans? Anyway, so I can call up Kevin Schmidt and be like, hey, Kevin, what's going on? It's George. Hey, you're just playing with yourself like always? Hey. Yeah, what is it, George? Yeah, I need a little bit of advice. See, I went to the pharmacy to buy some of those extra large Magnum condoms because my unit is so big. Turns out it's just average. Anyway, to make the long story into shorts, what do you do when it falls off of your unit and stays inside the woman? By the way, that woman is your mother. I am so good at George impressions that I can call my wife, Monica, and just completely fool her, right? I'll be like, hey, Monica, what do you have planned for the holiday season? And she'll be like, I don't know, maybe we'll go skiing. Do you want to go rent a cabin? I thought we might have an MDG. What's an MDG? It's the forbidden threesome. Mother, daughter, George. I am the premier George impressionist in the world. Like, I'm so freaking good, I could call my mother-in-law, Krista, and be like, hey, Krista, it's George. And she'd be like, oh, did you talk to Mike? What? Wait, why do I need to talk to Mike? About what we talked about yesterday. Oh, you mean, Refresh my memory, please. She's like, oh, about the fact that maybe he needs to go to a gym, because he's been getting a little bit overweight, and it was cute for a while, but now it's kind of being like, it's a little bit like we're just kind of worried about his health, and we thought it would be a good idea if it came from a man other than his mother-in-law that he was getting fat. Well, maybe you're getting fat. Have you ever thought about that? And of course, you feel the right to say these things because you pay the entire mortgage of the Mike and Monica, but that's not entirely Mike's fault, He wants to contribute. It's just that his stand-up comedy career is not going that well right now. But there's a lot of intricacies in the Canadian comedy scenes and the politics that you don't understand. And also, he's bald and it's hard. You don't understand because he loves you and he thinks you're amazing and his daughter is the best thing around in his life. And I never want to speak to you again. Anyway, they broke up. I have no idea why. Thanks a lot, everybody. Good night. Bye.